You're here to find out what message Spirit has for you. And that's for this week from the 7th of November to the 13th of November 2020. I'm Kylie Savage Psychic, and this is the weekly Oracle card reading. How'd you go with last week with our spooky Halloween reading? There was quite a good response to the pick a pile reading, so I'm going to do that again this week. Thank you to those of you who posted your Halloween pics on my Facebook page. And if you haven't already, I hope that you will go over and like my Facebook page, Kylie Savage Psychic. You will find out a bit about the upcoming astrology. There's a post there by the astrologist Kim Fairminer, and it's all about the lunar eclipse, which is coming up in Gemini. Mercury retrograde ended. Yay! The moon is in her waning cycle as well. And they'll be coming up to a new moon on the 14th or the 15th of November, depending where you live, in Scorpio. Okay, so Mercury retrograde, we're in the shadow period of it. Still a good idea to hold off if you've got anything that you want to happen, any plans, anything to put in motion that you want to go really smoothly. Just be a little bit more patient. Give it a little bit more time. Okay, if you would like to book a paid reading with me, I need to let you know that those bookings are going to be closing very soon. I'll be working up to about the second week in December. So as soon as my bookings are filled up, that's it. I'll be done for 2020, and then I won't reopen until around the end of January next year. I'm really looking forward to a break. I don't know about you, but yeah, hasn't it been a year? Okay, so I will get you to just take a moment. And nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth, shoulders away from ears, just arriving in this moment. And I want you to go ahead and pick a number between 1, 2, or 3. You can do that now. Right, got your number? That's the number of the pile where the cards, I'm going to draw 2 cards from that, the top and the bottom card, and those cards will just be a little bit more relevant for you and for whatever is going on in your life right now. Remember to still watch the whole reading because that's still a 6-card reading, and you may be able to relate to some of the other messages that come up as well. Okay, so we're asking, what is it that we all need to know this week for our highest good? And if you chose pile number 1, I'll get your cards now. Okay, and I haven't seen these cards. Oh, there you go. You got the frog. The frog is your first card. So the frog is, what does it say on this? It says cleaning house, releasing emotional baggage. There's been quite a theme of decluttering and cleaning up and releasing and letting go. The frog also, for me, this is an emotional flood. It can be a physical flood. If you have any plumbing problems in your house at the moment, get them checked. I know I do, and it's been a bit of a hassle and a problem, hasn't it, Rod, to get the toilet fixed. And the water keeps running. Anyway, if you feel like sometimes towards the end of the year, things have accumulated and piled up. And I was actually thinking about doing a tapping video for this, just a clearing out for each week. All the thoughts you've been thinking, all the feelings you've been having. Remember, everything is always now aura as well. Any problems that you've been trying to work through, any conflicts and disagreements, anything that you're carrying, any emotional weight, it's a really good idea to use something like EFT tapping to do some releasing. I know I talk about the shower meditation. When you're in the shower, you imagine there's a hole in the top of your head at your crown chakra, and you let the water run through your whole body like it's white light, and it's going through your whole body this way, that way, all the directions, and washing anything that you no longer need right down the drain. So if you got the frog, if you chose pile number 1, this will be a week of cleansing, releasing, decluttering, going through your home, and even cleaning out a drawer or one shelf in your pantry, something like that. And I'm doing that as part of a challenge this month. It really does make you feel good. And check your workspace too, your work area, your car, anything like that. What needs a cleanse, a decluttering? What is it you're ready to let go of? And let's think of this as preparation for the new year. Ritualizing the end of this year we've all accumulated a lot of things, grief, debt, kilos, and this is the time to address that and to do the work that we can to release that and to go into the new year lighter. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Okay, and the hawk is the person who is going to help you, the energy that's going to help you. So the hawk is omens and messages, and that's from spirit. So ask spirit, invite them in. What is it that I need to release? Ask spirit that. How can I go about releasing this old baggage? What is the best way I can be prepared for the new year? What is it I need to release and let go of now so that I have a clean slate for 2021? Remember, it's still going to be a bit of a bumpy ride the end of this year and into next year. 2020 has been a foundation year. Next year will be a 4 year, so next year will be a 5 year, and that's freedom and discipline and the themes around that. So that will be a lot of new energy, a lot of creativity, and a lot of people pulling you in different directions, and a lot of people wanting different things. So, it's pretty high, intense energy too for next year, but better, definitely better. So, your job this week, stay open to spirit. Be aware of the signs. I've had so many feathers lately. Angel numbers, number plates, hearing your name. When you're in deep meditation, what energies show up for you. Spirit is always communicating with us. It's us that shut the door, not them. Not ever, ever spirit. So, stay awake, stay aware. If you want to learn more about signs and how to work with signs and how to communicate with spirit, get in touch with me. Did I mention about how to book your reading? I think I did. I said go to www.kyliesavage.com. Okay, if you chose pile number 2, there's your top card and there's your bottom card. You have the mystery, which is a journey marker. I love this. So you're engaging with the mystery. What you need to know this week, if you chose pile number 2, what is unfolding for your highest good is it's okay to not know. It's really, really okay. It's okay to embrace the mystery of life, the unknown, the uncertainty, the unknown, and to just, go with the flow. See life as an adventure. Life is not a threatening, scary, roller coaster ride, with like lots of things meant to trip you up and trap you. You've got to see this as, you are playing the game of life, and we're just here to play it the best we can, to learn all that we can, to have all the experiences that we can, to join and reconnect with other people, to have great relationships, to build and create, co-create a meaningful life. And so it's okay to not know, because that's where that's where the excitement of possibility comes in, and to connect with the right use of imagination, which is surrendering that to spirit, asking to be led by a higher power, and just trusting that you don't have to see the whole path to know I love what Louise Hay used to say, only good experiences lie before me. You don't have to see the whole path to know that something good is coming up. We all really need this message right now. And perception is, things aren't always the way they seem. And I love this. Whenever I see this card, I think of Wayne Dyer's quote, which I'll try and remember. It's, we don't see things the way they are, we see things the way we are. I think it's something like that. Or the more you look at things, the more, is it something about the more you look at things, the more things change. Oh, I can't remember. I'm so sorry. I'm really in a rush to get this done because we've got a birthday dinner for the boys coming up tonight. I will have to put it in the comments. But what it is, we don't see the world as it is. We see it as we are. We are always co-creating our reality. And the fact of the matter is, life isn't happening to us. We're co-creating it. We have a responsibility. We play a part and a role. We're not responsible for what other people do. We can't control what other people do, but we are responsible for our part, for our energy, our vibration, our intentions, our creations. And we can change things. If we don't like what we're seeing, and we don't like the direction we're headed, we can change that. And Spirit wants for you to know that they're on board with that. They're there to assist and support you to make that happen. So if you're in a real negative mindset, if you really can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, just accept that's where you're at. And if you stay there, you're not going to really enjoy that experience. It can get progressively worse. But if you just stay open your mind enough, you could have a different experience. Spirit could show you something different too, which could lead you, to open up. Whole new worlds could open up for you. So perception. Okay. And if you chose pile number 3, your cards are, that's the top one. That's about, okay. So you have birth, rebirth, another journey marker, which means you're going through a transformation process. Remember, birth is not always fun. It's pretty messy. It can be painful. It's a very intense experience sometimes. It's a very inward experience, very introspective. It's something that's happening right to you. And then rebirth is, Spirit wants you to think about what incarnation is possible for you now. And the same thing like we were talking about in the first card. What are you ready to let go of, and what would you like to be born anew through you? So remember yourself. This card is saying you're the vessel. So co-creation happens through you. You are the manifestation of a higher power, and all things are possible. You need to unite with that higher power and, just engage in, as you said, the game of life. Play it the best you can. Have some fun with it. Be experimental. I think Pam Grout, I've never read her books, but I've heard her interviewed in that, and I really like the way she approaches things. Think of life as an experiment. And yes, there's consequences and there's things like that, but we all make mistakes and we all learn through our mistakes. And like when you get birth, rebirth, it's saying you're in that beginner mind, you're in that baby state. So it's okay to try something new, and it's also okay if that doesn't work out perfectly and if you make some mistakes. But the thing is, isn't the important thing engaging with the process of co-creation? So just be mindful of that and stay in that beginner mind this week. Okay, and you have the Wind Fairy, which is all about thoughts, words, intellectual analysis. So the thing is, as well, when you're in this beginner mind, don't get too caught up in it. We've really got to park our self-criticism and our judgment and just allow ourselves to be experimental. And I think that there's a real possibility to have your thought processes be more revealed to you and to understand universal law and how co-creation happens. There's also a possibility to change course, to get into a new area of study, to learn new things, to be more open to that, to engage with other like minds, and to really go deep on some things that you've wanted to. And it'll be really interesting what comes from that. So yeah, if you're thinking about studying, training, if you're really interested in new thought, like new avenues of learning and books and resources, then this week will be a great time to get started on that. Okay, I'm going to trust that you all took something from that. I'm so grateful because this was about take 20. I'm going to wish you many, many blessings on your week. I'm excited for the astrology for next week. I will catch up a little bit more on that. I'm always excited about the new moon, and I love moon manifesting. If you ever want to talk to me about moon manifesting, definitely get in touch. And also, I'd love for you to like this video, comment. I always respond to your comments, subscribe, and hit that little bell so you get notified of when these videos come out. See you next week.